right, this is Amy. I'm here with Vince from BodyCount.
Vincent Price from BodyCount, that is.
That's correct. And we're doing an interview for ResidentRockstar.com here at GWAR-B-Q. So tell me a little bit about your band BodyCount. What do you guys got going on?
You mean as far as playing GWAR-B-Q, or as far as how the band started, or as far as what we're about ready to do today?
Let's start with how the band started. How did the band start?
Well, the band started, Ernie and Ice, they were high school friends, and they had a bunch of high school friends. And Ernie used to play on a lot of Ice's rap records, because Ernie cruised around school with his guitar. I didn't know these guys at the time. I just know the history of the band, so I'm just going to tell you as much as I possibly know.
That's fine, that's fine.
Hopefully I get everything right. So Ernie and Ice, you know, I used to see Ernie around with the guitar and say, hey, come play, let me hear you play. Play him like some licks, stuff like that. All right, play on my records, I'm doing rap. Played on the rap stuff. Did a couple movies, Electric Boogaloo and all that other stuff. Or Breaking Bad, or Breaking 2 or something like that. And all of a sudden, there was no more things he could do on guitar. He was running out. So they said, all right, well, let's form a band. But the first creation of BodyCount, Ernie was actually the singer and guitar player BodyCount, and Ice was just basically background vocals.
That's an interesting fact.
And it would be out there if somebody would release the video. I'm gonna jump forward, because that's what I do. I'm all over the place. We were doing a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Before we were doing a documentary, I was with the old guitar player D-Rock, because we became bros. We hung out every day for like 2 months, writing a record and everything. And I was just going through some stuff, and we found this videotape. And we put the videotape in. It was BodyCount's first performance.
Wow.
At a club called Raji's in LA, showing Ernie singing and Ice in the background singing background vocals.
Wow.
Well, when we were doing the documentary, we gave the tape to a guy and we said, we want DVD copies of this. The documentary didn't take off. The guy didn't get paid, because I didn't know he was supposed to get paid, or it was just a whole bunch of crap. So now this guy's holding on to that tape. I keep telling him, dude, we want that. Well, it's locked up in a vault somewhere, but that is the living proof of, actually we have, it's called Murder for Hire. We have a videotape out there called Murder for Hire. In that Murder for Hire, you will see that little portion of actually Ice being the background vocals and actually Ernie playing guitar. And it's only a short segment of it, but there's a whole concert of that.
Wow.
And this guy has that tape, and it's like, dude, give up the tape.
Right?
It's like, what do you want, $1 million? It's like, come on, it's like, it's not no good to you. Just make copies, give it to us.
Yeah, don't exploit bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't exploit them, support them, for real. But like, so how did that all happen? Where did Ice become the lead singer? How did that work out?
It was just basically when they had the band going, they were out there. They were like, well, I don't really want to. Ernie was like, I don't want to sing no more. So they started looking for lead singers, and Ice was like, all right, I'll sing. And that was it. And that is the beginning of BodyCount. After that, they went and did their first record. They toured. When they did Lollapalooza, they didn't have a record out. They only had a couple songs. Mm-hmm. So basically, it was Ice was doing his rap show, and he said, look, now check out my metal band. And they played whatever songs they did. I wasn't at Lollapalooza, so I wasn't there to see Lollapalooza with all those bands, Susie and the Banshees, Nine Inch Nails, and all that other stuff. But
that was in the 90s, right?
That was in the 90s. When that was going on, I was in the Discharge GBH and like Venom, Metallica, Slayer, Witchfinder, General Exciter. I can go on. Yeah.
So BodyCount's been a band for quite a long time. Like, how long has it been together?
I would say
92, 90.
I would say 80.
80? 89?
I would say 89. Is that right?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to Google that.
No, I would say 89.
89?
89, yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time, and a lot of people haven't heard of you guys until just recently. I mean, as far as a metal band, or kind of, I mean, how would you even classify your sound? It's kind of like thrashy, it's kind of like punky, it's kind of like metal, right?
The whole thing is, this band can't be classified.
It's true.
And the whole thing is like, now we're playing the Afro Punk Fest, which I find is a joke, because now you're trying to put us into this whole category of a black band.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what color your skin is. It's really good music.
We all bleed red, you know,
It's
as far as
true.
I'm concerned. And the whole thing is like try to classify. It's like people were trying to get me to join some black coalition like years ago. I'm like, well, now you want to put me in this category? It's like, I don't want to be put in the category.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, let's not categorize things. There's enough freaking categories out there. It's music. And I, for one, I was pretty impressed with you guys. The first time I'd ever experienced you live was at Red Rocks in Denver on Mayhem Fest. And I was really impressed with you guys. I mean, it felt old school, like Suicidal or something like that. And I really enjoyed it. So can you tell me about your music, like the writing process, what goes on in there?
Well, we all have a vast variety of song influences. It goes from T-Rex to Discharge Exploited to Zeppelin to Black Sabbath to hip-hop.
Right.
You know?
I mean, that's...
to Parliament Funkadelic, to the Commodores, to everything. The Delphonics, Stylistics. I mean, Isley Brothers. I mean, Ernie's a big Isley Brother fan.
Nice.
You know, I mean, our style, it varies. I mean, we listen to music. I would say only thing I'm not gonna say that. I would say only thing we don't listen to is country music, but some of us do listen to country music, so.
Some of it is all right.
Yeah, some of it's okay.
Old school country. Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash.
Yeah, the real country, not this pop.
Yeah, no pop country.
Pop country.
Yeah, no, none of that.
But yeah, it's just basically we just take all of our influences and just blend it into one.
So when you guys are writing music, like how does that go down? You guys all sit in a room together and write? You write over the computer and email each other back and forth? Like how does that process go down? How do you collaborate?
We do have a process where we do that because Ice lives on the East Coast, and we were doing that for a while, but that became frustrating. So when we got this record, I said, Vince, when we do a record, I want the record company to pay for us to live in the same place. Either you guys come to New York or something to be in the same room together. So what we did is Coco was doing a burlesque show in Vegas, so they were out there. So it's like, you guys are moving to Vegas.
Nice.
So we moved to Vegas. We had Ice had his house where we rehearsed in a living room with live instruments.
Awesome.
And then we lived in a place in Henderson, which is a 5-bedroom house, and we were able to have a living room as well and have a Pro Tools set up and had these things called pods and Sans Amps and electronic drum kit, which we did our pre-production recording. So it's basically, we had that living room vibe. It was like, Mom, can my friends come over? Can we jam in the living room?
Nice.
So it's like starting from the basics. You started in a living room before you went into the garage, before you went into a rehearsal studio. So that's what we did. We had the whole thing of old school vibe living room.
Yeah, you totally brought it back to the roots.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it starts. That's where every good band starts, is in their mom's living room.
Yeah.
I mean, for real.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we basically wrote a record in the living room.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that the bands are going back to their roots and not relying on the technology. I think we rely on technology a little too much nowadays, so it's good that you guys are doing stuff hands-on together.
Yeah.
As far as like news, what do you guys got coming up? Is there a tour?
After this, we do the Afropunk Fest in Brooklyn, August 23rd, I believe. And then we got a show in LA with Trash Talk. But we have this thing what we call Weekend Warriors, because Ice goes back to his day job, which is Law and Order.
Yep.
Which he plays a cop and makes a lot of money. So we're gonna become Weekend Warriors, and basically we'll be doing shows, you know, and by next year, ready to release a second record, maybe release other stuff in between, but do another record, and next year we'll probably end up doing a European tour.
Awesome. So how did you guys end up here at GWAR-B-Q?
I know I got this email saying we're doing GWAR-B-Q and sign these contracts. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, I've been a GWAR fan for when they first came out, you know, and a follower, but there's a lot of music in between. There's like, you know, some things stay good, some stuff just whatever. But I'm just saying, it's like it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to give tribute to Dave.
It's awesome. I've been asking everybody today that I've interviewed, what is some of the best advice that you could give to a new musician? We all know that Dave was really big on bringing up new musicians and helping them out. So what kind of advice would you have for somebody that's starting out?
I would say don't give up. Don't tell people you suck. If you suck, push harder Because that's what I do. When I write a song and somebody tells you it sucks, I just make a better one. But don't listen to people. Just keep going. If you write a song and somebody else doesn't like it, keep it. Don't throw it away. Don't trash it. Just keep it. You might need that song like later on in another band or something like that. Just don't give up. And I mean, people say it about dreams. I don't really believe in dreams. I just believe in destiny and, like, you know, having a goal. I don't know about dreams because I didn't dream about doing this. I didn't go to sleep going, oh man, I want to be playing GWAR-B-Q. You know, I just kept playing music until I was able to play on stage. Now I'm playing on stage with people that I used to go see play music. I mean, my new guitar player, I used to go see him play with Slayer. My guitar player is Wander the Dead. He used to be in a band called Agent Steel, Evil Dead, and Abattoir. Remember Screams from the Grave? Now I'm playing with this guy. I used to go see him. I'm like, my first Slayer show, I'm watching him play. Now I'm playing with him. So it's like, just don't give up, just keep playing.
That's really, really good advice. That's really solid advice, and it comes from somebody who's been doing it for a long time. I mean, you've been playing with BodyCount for 15 years, right?
15 years, but I've been playing music since I was 14.
Wow.
My first drummer, and this is a little trivia, my first drummer is Corey Miller from LA Inc. And that's who does all my tattoos.
Nice, nice. Yeah. I was gonna say, is this a tattoo here?
Yeah.
That's a tattoo. He's got lips tattooed on his neck. He's a ladies' man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say, the ladies' been on you.
My 4th year anniversary to my girl.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a really sweet thing to do.
Yeah.
That's
but
awesome.
The whole thing is like, don't give up. I mean, I don't know. It's like I started playing punk rock. Corey was my first drummer. Look what Corey does now. And now he's a famous tattoo artist.
Right.
You know? But he still plays drums. And actually, we still have a band together with Steve Alba. I'm not sure if you know this pro skateboarder Steve Alba.
Yeah.
But I skateboarded, but I used to live with Steve Alba for 15 years.
Nice.
You know? And we still play. He has a band called Powerflex 5. And I occasionally would come up and do some songs with him. We do some old Black Flag, Circle Jerks, something like that. But yeah, just don't give up. Keep playing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Amy from ResidentRockstar.com. This has been an interview with
Vincent Price from BodyCount.